Okay, hello everybody. Nice to see you all. Beautiful to have you. This practice is themed with the sweet words of yes to life. And I want to give you a little introduction what we mean by those three words. Actually, two words of that is important for me, and that is the word yes and the word life, and how we bring that together. So let's start with the yes. What does it actually mean, saying yes to life? It means, in my opinion, to harmonizing the different parts, what we call of ourself. So what is there, what is present, and to bring that somehow into a flow. And that doesn't mean that we have to say yes to everything that approaches us. It more means that we find a very authentic yes to whatever is there at the moment of time. And that can include saying no to some certain things that are unhealthy. So you don't need to think that you have to be happy or good all the time. It's more a subtle acceptance that is always there. It's kind of a current that guides you through wherever you are and whatever you do. And that is also integrating what is just going on. And if that's a bad mood, that's all right too. For example, I was in Portugal a few days ago and I had 2 days in airports flying back, missed another flight, paid a lot of money to get another flight, and arrived here. And the first thing that happened is I get sick. And then somehow it's like rocky mornings and, it's like everything is coming back, relationship things. And it's not then to say, oh no, I don't want this all. It's just accepting it gently and having this flow of life just happening. And being all right with what is, even if it's a bad mood, a bad emotion, a bad thought. It doesn't mean we have to believe that thought, and it doesn't mean that this is something that is not meant to be allowed to happen. Because that brings us to a very fundamental truth that consciousness can enjoy any experience whatsoever. And in this path, which is the tantric path of yoga, there's a energy called pratibha. It's in a form of a goddess, but pratibha is our intuition. And that is what we want to cultivate to help us in difficult situations to find a choice and be all right with that. And that can be in an unhealthy situation to say, I have to leave that situation. And that means also a yes to listening to that impulse of pratibha, of our intuition, saying, this is not the right thing for me, this is not the right time for me, or this is not the right partner or situation or whatever. But it means also accepting this impulse, which is there. It's just a matter of slowly get to listen to that voices and that subtle impulses that are lying within all the time. And yeah, the second part is realizing our own nature. And that's a little bit a yogic saying, but I called this practice an embodiment practice. And realizing our own nature is also one part of embodying life. And in your physical body, but also in your mental body, in your emotional body, and in the body of the world around us. That's kind of a bigger body we have. So we want to merge with all those bodies. And that means also accepting and saying yes. Merging with those bodies means the over-identification with I am, and always like this, all focus on me, of I am, and needing to fix this I is often something that is just existing in the mind as a concept. The self and how you call yourself, like I am Cedric, it's just a concept. It's not the nature of reality. And we want to say yes, and we want to embody not only this physical body, but also all the bodies around us and merge with them, because they are in the end all one thing. That is nature, that is life. So this embodiment practice means to harmonize all those bodies, physical, emotional, mind, and connecting that back to that nature, which we are beyond concept. Because if we don't separate ourselves with this is me and this is you, we are one. That's just life flowing through us. You see, that's a deep teaching, and you have to like step by step explore that by yourself. But it is all the time, everything what you are is you, and not just this physical body where your skin is kind of the border. And that is so often not true, that we identify just with the physical body. Often we identify with things. Say like, oh, you stole my money. We think we are the money. Or you hurt my emotions. We think we are the emotions or the thoughts. But in the end, if we look more closely, we see that everything is just a phenomena that arises in our consciousness. And if we can just say yes to that and accept what is there, then we merge with everything. That is the practice of yoga, and that is the practice of embodiment. There is a little hand going up. Who's raising the hand? I'm raising the hand. I think I have this automation when I raise my hand, like Zoom recognizes, okay, there's a hand. It also works with this one. So it says, yes, yes. Okay. Anyway, so in this practice, I want to guide you into this embodiment feeling of connecting with your physical body, but also with that intuition, pratibha, that says yes to whatever life brings us, that says yes to, I am the experience of what is there at this present moment of time. And if you can tap into that, you will feel there is some magic of life, because it's just so beautiful that we have the opportunity to be in a physical world and touch things and other people and have these emotions flowing through the body. That is beautiful. And if you take off the label, which just happens in the mind, the label of negative emotions, then there's just intense feeling, a nameless, intense feeling. And that's what we want to get today in this practice, to that nameless, intense feeling. And we can also call it an aesthetic dance of life is happening all the time. And that is beautiful. That is beautiful if you can tap into that, if you can. And it's not something you need to work for. It's much more something you relax into. So your mind is always trying to get somewhere. Your mind is always trying to make meaning out of things or situations. And I want you to just relax into what is there without making stories about it, without making a concept out of it. And if the mind is still chattering, that's totally all right. That's also accepting, yes, my mind is chatting. And at some point, the mind just becomes a little noise in the corner of the room. And it's still there and making its stories. That's totally fine. The mind helps us to navigate through life. It's very useful. But what we want is to relax into what is there in this moment of time. And then there is no hidden agenda and programming from our past anymore. Then there is no, I want to get somewhere because people think I need to be fit and healthy and young and sexy or whatever. Then it's just, it is what it is. And you're in the flow of life and you just let it run through you. And that's the beauty of it. That's the beauty of what we want to teach in yoga. So let's being present with the body and with that friction that appears in our physical world, the friction when we have an emotion coming or when we touch something or when we are in touch with the body in the moment. And in the end, like to merge into that vastness of what we call our cosmos, our life, which in the end like animates all the bodies in it. And it's all you, because it's all in your consciousness, it's all what you experience at this moment of time. So embodiment means to unify your whole experience and do that with the body and the spirit. So bringing body and spirit together into a single experience. And that is the meaning of yoga. When we translate yoga, it is union or unifying. And that is the path also of Tantra, which we want to teach today. So please, everyone, find your mat, lie down flat on the mat with your back down, belly up. And then I give the mic to Athena because she will start the practice with the yoga Nidra, a relaxation. And you don't need to do anything, just relax on the mat. And then I will take over with an Asana class. So make sure you have everything prepared so you can afterwards move a little bit with me.
Everyone. Hello, you two. So yeah, we will start in a short moment with Nidra. Please make sure you're comfortable. Please make sure you have warmth and support. Whether that means that you need an extra blanket or an extra cushion or something, please take a short moment to find them. If at any point you find yourself falling asleep and you don't know where we are at, you can have a quick look at the camera, and if Ada is still lying down, then you're exactly where you have to be. Go ahead. Take a few breaths to settle in. To allow this practice to be spacious, to be soothing. To have the mind and time connect together in a sense of timeless being. And come to rest in the presence of your heart, in the space where the heart is hosted. Not the space of the heart, the space that the heart is in. If you haven't already, close down the eyes and allow my voice to guide you to the edge of sleep with the intention of staying awake. The intention of remaining aware of this body, of this mind. Relax your face, your jaw. And let the body be open to the earth. You will slowly come to notice that your breath becomes soft, perhaps even silent. Let it be just like that. Soft abdomen gently rising and falling. And know that it's natural to notice little disruptions or unevenness in the breath. That's okay. Stay breathing as effortlessly as possible. Experience the presence between the breaths and know that you are that presence. You are not the breathing. You're not the breather. The body's breathing. You are the presence that is acknowledging the breath. Gently shift that presence, that awareness of you into the center of your brain, the midbrain area. Creating a sense of light in there that you can follow. And take a couple of breaths to really settle into that spot, into that area. Gently move the awareness towards the throat, point of light at the space that your throat occupies. Point of light at the right shoulder. Moving down to your right elbow. Point of light at the right wrist. Point of light at the right thumb. Single point of light, your index finger. Your right middle finger. Your right ring finger. Your right little finger. Point of light at your right wrist. Your right elbow. The right shoulder. Into the space around the heart. Point of light at your left shoulder. Point of light at the left elbow. Your left wrist. Point of light at the left thumb. The left index finger. The left middle finger. The left ring finger. Point of light at the left little finger. Point of light at the left wrist. The left elbow. Your left shoulder. Back to the space your sternum occupies. Point of light at the right breast. Point of light at the heart. Point of light at the left breast. Coming back to the space inside and around the heart. And staying here with a sense of timeless being. Keep the light and the breath at the space inside and around the heart. And begin to release all holding, all constraint. Allowing the body to feel as if it's sleeping. This expanded space of the heart is the source of your presence, your timeless being. With each exhale, let go of thought, let go of desire, let go of belief, let go of everything you can. Allowing the body and mind to sleep while you're aware of that state. Awareness remaining free outside of the realm of sleep. You're the one who watches the body sleep. Continue to surrender to the state of sleep. Knowing you're that which witnesses that state. Please return to effortless awareness. Into the presence of the heart. And rest in that space. Please gently deepen the breath. Perhaps letting the breath reach all of you, from the crown to the feet and back up. And if you feel an urge to create very gentle movement of the toes or fingers, or perhaps your neck from side to side, then do that. And while you take the next minute or two to bring yourself back into the room, I will pass the mic to Cedric so you can start your asana practice.
Slowly roll to one side and just rest on the side for a few breaths. No need to come up, just resting on the side. So this practice we're gonna do is called a sun practice. We want to activate the aliveness in our body, which sits in the heart area, the chest. Please remove everything from your mat so you can lie down again on your mat with the back down, no pillows, no cushions anymore. And I will guide you through the practice, and if you want to see what's happening, then just have a look at the screen and Ada will demo for the whole practice. So please bend your knees, step the feet close to the buttocks and lie down on your back. In this practice, we want to place the emphasis on the inhale. Hands are next to the hips. So gently start to shape your breath into a slow rhythm. Conscious, slow inhalations into the chest. And exhale, gently draw the belly in towards the spine. Let the air go out. Inhale, fill the chest. Exhale, draw the belly in. Keep that rhythm. Slow the breath down. That is the practice. Maybe I will count the breath at some point. It doesn't mean you have to follow that count. It's just a guidance. And you find your own, or you follow mine. With your next inhalation, please lift the arms overhead so the back of the hands is touching the floor on top of your head. And exhale to bring the hands back to the hips. Repeat that movement for a few times. Inhaling, filling the chest, lifting the arms up and behind. And exhale, lower the arms down, returning to your hips. One more. Find your rhythm. With the next inhale, press into your feet at the same time. Lift the hip and the hands. Come to a dynamic bridge pose. Exhale, hands down, hips down. Beautiful. Continue that movement. Inhaling, lifting the hands, lifting the hip, filling the chest with air, being fully aware of the breath. Exhale, bring everything back down. The inhalation is the practice we're going to do and emphasis, but it can be intense for some. We are not used to inhale deeply and especially not so much into the chest. We breathe shallow in the chest, but not so deeply. So if that's too much at some point, just drop the breath and come back to a natural breath. Good. Keep the hips up and bring the hands back and interlace your fingers behind your back. So you push into your feet, bring the hip as much up as possible, open the shoulders, and then imagine you draw your heels closer towards your hands and your hands closer towards your heels. And imagine as well you have a block between the knees, so there's a slight activation of the inner thighs. Stay here and breathe. Drop into that present moment. That is what you are, what nature is, just that. And if there's a mind chatting, that is all right. Just let it chat. You don't need to believe the story. One more breath here. Beautiful. Let go with the exhalation. Bring the hip down. Maybe knees go together. Just relax. What I said in the beginning, relax into what is at this moment of time. There's no need to try to get somewhere, to achieve anything. It's just a sigh of, here I am, that is what I am. And there's nothing more. That can be frightening sometimes, or for some people. And that is all right. Frightening is one expression of consciousness. Just let it be there. Enjoy it. Good. We go and continue. Roll on one side. Find yourself on your knees, so you have space to get into a child's pose. So the next little bit will be a sequence of movements. From child's pose we start. Press all the 10 fingers into the mat. With your next inhalation, come up into a tabletop. And with the exhalation, come back to child's pose. Exactly, just that for now. Inhale to tabletop, reaching your shoulders over your hands. Exhale, child's pose. Find a rhythm and extend the breath. Inhale slowly. 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 4 counts. 2, 3, 4. Inhale, come forward and up. 2, 3, 4, 5. One more. 6. Exhale, 4 counts. 2, 3, 4. One more time. Inhale, come forward and up. Fill that chest. Exhale, back to down to child's pose. Good. Turn your thumbs upwards to the ceiling. Inhale to rise the upper body up. Extend the hips and come into a kind of kneeling position. Exhale, child's pose. Good. Inhale, tabletop. Exhale, child's pose. So we're modifying a little bit. Inhale, rise up into a kneeling position, leading with the thumbs, strengthening the lower back here. Beautiful. Exhale, child's pose. Yes, beautiful. Inhale, tabletop. Exhale, draw the navel in, child's pose. Last time, inhale, rise up all the way, fill the upper ribs, and exhale down. Good, rest here, just in child's pose for a few seconds. Let the breath come back to an effortless, natural breath. There you go, this moment of silence, that is the easiest way to connect to what is there right now. Connect to all your senses, the breath, the view, the sounds, and sensations inside the body. Good. Inhale, press into your hands, come forward into a tabletop again, all fours. Tuck your toes and exhale to a downward facing dog. Just extend the legs to slowly go back into this inverted V shape. Inhale, bring your knees back down to the floor into tabletop. Exhale, downward facing dog. We repeat that movement dynamically in and out with the breath. Inhale, extend the inhalation. Move slow. Exhale, back to down dog. Inhale for 5 counts. 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 4 counts. 2, 3, 4. Inhale, one more time for 6. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Exhale. Down dog. Good, great. Stay here. Rest in down dog. Experience that pose. And stay present with the breath. That is the practice. Let it become effortless and sweet. What I said in the beginning, this practice of just being okay with what is, even if you're a little bit struggling, shaking, or whatever is there. Maybe you're super calm. That's all right too. One more breath here. Good. Step your feet halfway forward to the center of your mat, and then mat width apart. So at the edges of the mat, a little bit wider, and turn the toes a little bit out, and then walk your hands back into a yogic squat. So you come down. You can use a block to sit on if you want. You just want to open the hips a little bit and see what is your pose, how is your shape of the body in this pose. We tend to mirror exactly what we see from a teacher, and it doesn't need to be. You find your own pose. Stay with the breath. Stay with a long but effortless breath. Don't force it too much. Just invite it gently to be there for a bit longer time. Good. One more breath, and rooting the breath down, we want to center ourselves with this pose. Imagine you have a connection to the earth. Good. We're working a lot with the inhalations in the chest, so here and there we want to make sure we are centered and grounded. That's also a big part of practicing yoga, to be connected and grounded when we work so much with uplifting, energizing energies. Great. So walk your hands forward and bring your knees back down to the floor. Kneeling position. Maybe you can turn towards the camera. And then bring the left knee out, the left foot out to the side. Completely out to the side. So we're going into a gate pose. From here, lift your hands upwards, maybe to the hips, or to the hips for now. Then inhale, bring the right hand up, left foot is at the side, right hand up. And exhale to bend to the left side, so to your extended leg. Inhale back to center. We go in and out dynamically a few times. Exhale, bend to the left. Beautiful, exactly. Inhale back to center. And to the left. You do one more time in your own pace. And extend the ribs as much as you can, and then bend to the side. And then stay in that gate pose. Draw the inner thighs towards each other, like magnetize your foot and your knee on the floor. And open the side of the ribs. Breathe into the side, extend the inhalation. If it's too intense, you do your own thing. But we want to open the side channels. One more breath here. Beautiful, good, release that. Come back to a kneeling position and sit on your heels, just down, pause for a moment. Maybe close the eyes. Drop into that empty space. If you want, you can imagine inhaling through your senses. All your sense information inside the body. And exhale everything from the inside out through the senses. Just getting a bit more aware of the senses, the 5 senses. Good, let's go to the other side. Please come back into kneeling. This time the right leg goes to the side, left arm rises. Magnetize the foot and the knee towards each other. Inhale to grow that left hand tall, to bring the ribs tall, and then exhale to lean to the side. Inhale back to center, grow even taller. Exhale, bend. Good, inhale, center. Exhale, bend. You do your own pace. Inhale, center. Exhale, bend. If you want, repeat one more time and then find your gate pose. Tailbone is slightly tucked in. Pelvic floor is gently activated without pushing. And then you want, with every inhalation, to open that side body, especially on the left side. And bring more flow into the nadis, the energy channels of our body. And that's done by just bringing awareness there and breath. Listen to the body. When it's too much, you just back up. That is cultivating prana, the life force in our heart center. All right, inhale to come back to the center and release that pose. Come onto your knees. Just sit, pause for a moment. Sometimes we rush through everything, through life, and we want to pause. That makes us also more easy to say yes, because we have the chance to just realize what is there. to feel it, and that is the yes. Feel it and inviting experience to be there, whatever that is. Maybe that is now boredom for you. Maybe that is joy. Maybe that is just sensation. We don't even need to label it. We don't even need to give it a name. Just be with what is there. Okay, we're going to make a sun salutation. So find your way to a downward facing dog. And then walk your feet forward to the front of the mat. Exhale here. Bend the knees, bring the hands onto your lower back, support yourself, and strong spine, come all the way up into standing slowly, so your heart can realign and adjust. Good, sun salutation. Brilliant. With the inhalation, lift your hands up over your head, maybe lean a little bit back. Exhale, bend in the knees and fold forward completely, bringing the arms down to the floor. Inhale slowly to halfway, lifting the spine long and straight. And exhale to step your feet back into a plank pose, lowering down to the floor or halfway down. Inhale to a cobra or an upward facing dog. And exhale back to a downward facing dog. Great, stay here for one breath. With the next inhalation, rise forward into a plank pose. Exhale back to downward facing dog. Good. Inhale, lift the heels. Exhale, bend the knees and look forward between your hands. Inhale, both feet coming to the front of the mat. And exhale here to fold. Inhale to lift. And exhale to bring the hands next to your hips. Good. We're doing one more. Opa. Very conscious. Inhale to lift. Hands up. Exhale to fold down. Hands to the floor. Inhale, halfway lift. And exhale to step back and lower your body down to the mat. Inhale to come into a cobra or an upward facing dog. And exhale to a downward facing dog. Good. Stay here. You're doing a little wave. Inhaling, come forward into a plank pose. Bending the knees slightly, exhale, shift back into downward facing dog. One more. Inhaling forward. Exhaling back to down dog. Great. Inhale, lift the heels, only the heels. Exhaling, bending the knees gently, look forward, and then make a big step on your inhalation to the front of the mat. And exhale here to fold. Inhale, rising up all the way into standing. And exhale, hands to your heart. Pause. If you want, you can chant an Om with me. Inhale. Om. Good. Let the hands go. Let the eyes be open, palms facing forward. And just receive whatever is there in your view field, that what you see. Maybe blur your eyes gently, being aware of what comes in as light and colors into your eyes without giving it names. Or even if there are names, just let them be like they are. Adding the sensations of your body, having the consciousness of the colors coming into your eyes and the sensations within your physical body. Feel that continuously movement that is existing within. And be here as a body, as a mind, as a spirit, and bring it all together so what you see is part of what you are. What you feel is part of what you are. Everything is part of your experience. There's nothing outside. Nothing outside of experience. So let that all be there, invite it and say yes to it. Yes to experience. That might be easy when you're just standing and you're still, maybe not. Remember that when you are in a situation of daily life or drama or relationship or whatever is coming up, gentle yes to experience. Good. From here, look down, maybe close the eyes or have them open. Bring the chin towards the chest. Roll the upper back down and slowly bring your fingers towards the ground, very slowly, and roll vertebra by vertebra down. Maybe gently bend your legs as well if you need to, and have contact with the floor. So before we go into the next little part where we intensify the inhalations again, we want to ground one more time. So please feel that connection and groundness. Good. And from here, step your right foot a step back, not too far, just a step. Maybe a little bit more than a normal step. Double a step. Just the right leg, please. Good. And then both hands on your lower back and come all the way up into standing. Yes, that's where I want you. Great. So the right leg is 45 degrees turned outward. Yeah, that's good. That's good. And maybe a little bit forward. Yeah. And we want to have both hands next to the hip. So what we're going to do is to inhale, to lift the arms and bend the front leg in kind of a warrior one position. Yes. Exhale, extend the front leg and bring the hands back down to the hips. Good. Now inhale into warrior one and bring the breath into the chest. Long inhalations into the chest. Exhale, hands down, extend that front leg. Inhale, I count 5 times. 2, 3, 4, 5. Beautiful. Exhale, hands back. Extend the leg. 2, 3, 4. Inhale for 6 counts. 1 more. 2, 3, 4, 5. Brilliant. Exhale. Go back. Find your way into warrior one again and then stay there. Good. Exhale, hands going to the side, really opening up as big as you can, grow tall, and then inhale to lean a little bit back and open the chest as much as you can. Exhale, hands down, extend the front leg. Good. One more time. Inhale into warrior one. Exhale, hands to the side, grow tall as much as you can. Inhale, lean back, fill the chest, be here, fully present. All filling into the heart. Exhale, remove the hands down, extend the front leg. That you got the sequence. Inhale, hands up, warrior one. Exhale, spread the arms wide, be here, fully present. Inhale, open the chest even more, lean a little bit back, fill it completely. Exhale, relax. One more, I think we can do one more. Inhale into warrior one. Beautiful. Exhale, spread your arms, your wings wide. Inhale, all awareness into the heart. Exhale, hands down. Good. Yeah? All right. Good. Then please bring the right foot, the knee slowly down to the floor and support yourself with the right hand. We're going dynamically, so both hands are on the floor. Left arm is lifting into a twist on the inhale, and left arm is going down on the exhale. So very simple, just lifting the left arm into a twist. Inhale, lift. Yeah, exhale, bring it down. Good, one more, inhale, lift. Stay here for a moment. We just want to introduce a twist as well. And now the inner thighs drawing to the midline of the mat. So squeeze them to the midline of your mat. And then at the same time magnetize your knee, the kneeling knee, with the foot in front. Magnetize. Good. Struggle is welcome. And smoothness is also welcome. Maybe it's super easy for you. See what does that moment have for you. One more breath here. Okay. Bring the arm down on your thigh, just on your thigh. Yeah, on your left thigh, left hand on left thigh. And then come up with the right hand towards the ceiling. Yes. Good, that's the idea. Now lean a little bit forward. Maybe you have to widen the step a little bit more. So you come into a kind of stretch for your hips as well, and support yourself with that hand. Like, be strong with that left hand. Support yourself. Inhale to grow that right hand up, and then exhale to lean a little bit to the left. So you're creating again a stretch on the outer side of your ribs. Maybe even on the thighs as well. Stay here. Breathe. See every breath as an invitation to deepen, to sink into experience. Good. Release that. Both hands down to the floor. Step back into a downward facing dog. Either stay here or rest on your child's pose or flow through a vinyasa, whatever you think your body needs. Does it need more movement or less movement? We all meet in down dog. And this time we go for the other leg. So your right leg goes forward in front of your mat, between the hands, and the left foot steps a little bit in, so you have your warrior one stance, 45 degrees out-ish, and then you bring both hands to the hips and you rise up. Good, extend, and let's start in arms down. Extend the front leg, that's our starting point, hands next to the hip. Good, so inhale, bend the front leg and lift the arms into the chest, inhaling into the chest. Exhale, slowly bring the hands back down. Good. Inhale, hands up, bending the front leg into a warrior one-ish, where you are leaned a little bit forward. So long back. Exhale, hands down. One more. Inhale, 5 counts. 2, 3, 4, 5. Saying yes to inhalation. Exhale. 2, 3, 4. Inhale, 6 counts. Saying yes to life. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Exhale, good. 2, 3, 4. One more time on your own. Just find a pose. Inhale, warrior one, and then stay here. Pause. Breathe, of course. Good. With your next inhalation, grow your hands a little bit taller up. Then exhale, open the arms to the side. And then inhale, lean a little bit back, open the chest, lift the heart. Exhale, hands to the side, extend your front leg. Good. Whole sequence. Inhale, into warrior one, lift the hands. Exhale, bring the arms wide, feeling that whole greatness. Inhale to open the chest, lift the heart. And exhale to release back to origin. One more, or maybe two. Inhale, lift warrior one. Exhale, spread the arms wide. Feel how tall you are. Inhale, connect with everything around you. It's all one. Exhale, arms down. Okay, go for one more if you fancy. If not, make a pause. Exhale to open the arms. And this is embracing or like hugging life. You open fully, you surrender to what is happening, to experience. Good, great. Bring your left knee down to the floor. Help yourself, slowly. And then both hands to the inside, onto the mat. And we want to dynamically just lift our right hand a few times up and down. So with the next inhale, lift your right hand up into that sweet twist. Exhale down. Inhale, lift. You can also go faster if you fancy. Exhale down. Inhale, lift. Stay here. Few breaths. Good. Bring the hand down onto the right thigh. So hand on right thigh, support yourself, come up. The foot stays down, just the upper body goes up and the left arm rises. Yes, you support yourself here with the right hand on your right knee. Sink a little bit forward with your hips, but magnetize your front knee, your front foot with the front knee on the floor. Good. If you have a strong base, inner thighs towards midline, you grow that left arm tall to the ceiling and then you bend over to your right. So you have the opening on the left side body, feeling into the ribs, letting the inhale really come into that space. Can be an intense pose. You might feel it also in the left thigh. Okay, release. Both hands to the floor. Find your down dog. Good. From your down dog, bring the knees down to the floor. Please face the camera. Knees down to the floor, sit back on your heels. And now we want to sit on the right side of our heels with the buttocks. So both feet are on the left, kind of. One foot, the top foot, like is placed on top of the bottom foot. And from here, the diagonal, the left arm goes on the outside of my right thigh. So you basically want to come into a twist. Twisting to the right side, so away from your feet. On the inhale, you lengthen that spine. On the exhale, you twist a little bit more. Good. Once you found your twist, you can also sit on your front hand, the left hand. You can even sit on it if you want. If that makes it more fun. You don't need to. And then please look forward with your head back to kind of the screen. And from here, you bring your left ear towards your left shoulder. So you're opening the neck as well. It's a bit weird maybe first, but it's a really nice stretch for the neck. So you have the twist and the neck stretch at once. Bring the awareness back to your breath. Let the breath be natural, no forcing, no pushing. Effortless but slow. Awareness in your heart center. And if that's too much, Awareness drops down to the belly, to the navel center. Just becoming calm now. Rooting down. One more breath here. Sweet first, bring the head back. And then release the twist and find your way back to a neutral seat. Feel the effect of the pose. What's going on in the body, what's going on around you. And merge, relax into the whole of your experience. Maybe eyes are open. Become one with the view, the sounds, the sensations. Nature doesn't have an agenda. Nature simply is, and you are nature. Nature doesn't have a meaning, it doesn't want to get anywhere. It just simply has this ecstatic dance, this divine play of allowing everything to be there and to happen. That is full freedom. Let's go to the other side. Sit with your buttocks on the left of your feet. Top foot into bottom foot. Then the side, right side where your feet are, this hand goes on the left thigh, on the left knee. And then the left hand behind you, you're going to twist towards the left. So inhale first to lengthen the spine, and then exhale to twist to the left. Find your shape, your variation. And then bring the head forward, look towards the screen or towards your knees. And bring the right ear to the right shoulder, so you're also stretching the left neck. Explore that stretch, and then drawing your attention close to the breath, anchoring the breath into the chest or into the belly, following your intuition, what is needed now. Slow but effortless breath. Energetically speaking, yoga asana is the way of freeing all those energy channels. That's why we do all those stretches, to let life force better flow through body, through mind, through the heart. That is a practice of making the circumstances right to say yes. And we all said yes to life because we are alive. That is the proof of we want this. Release the head first, and then release the twist. And this time, I give you two options. Either you go to child's pose for a gentle forward fold, or you go to Paschimottanasana. That means bring the feet forward and leaning forward. Good, yeah, we don't need to go too crazy now, so choose one of those options. We stay here for really just 5, but slow, gentle breaths. And the beauty of those moments of silence is that you can explore how your mind works, if it's still operating. and just be with it and being okay with it. It's just one other expression of consciousness. This time, please breathe into the belly. We want to root our energy now down, ground it. 2 more breaths. Okay. Then very gently come out of that pose and find your way onto Shavasana. Turn your feet towards one side. You made it. Well done. If you want a blanket or a pillow, please feel free to use that. Allow the body to completely relax, the muscles to become inactive, passive, and heavy. And imagine yourself realigning, healing, without doing anything, just letting life happen, and that is healing by itself, by definition. Bring your awareness to the breath. Feeling that breath flowing through the body. Without acting on it. And let the breath now become more full, especially the inhale, more present, bigger and more full. Maybe having a glimpse of, in every single moment, there is this ecstatic dance of consciousness. And that is shown by your experience. And sometimes it's a hot mess, because she, the goddess, loves a hot mess. And sometimes it's a quiet moment like this one. And she loves quiet moments and self-reflection. Because she loves everything. The full range, that is freedom. Start to bring motion into your fingers and toes. Maybe wiggle your head from side to side. Keep that in mind for this day, for this weekend, that she, the goddess, that's how we call it in Tantra Yoga, consciousness, loves. What happens? Exactly that what happens. Everything that happens. Good, and then find a position on the side and maybe rest there for a couple of breaths and make your way into a seated, so we can have a small meditation together. Eyes can be still closed. We're using pranayama, conscious breath, to connect even more deeply with the present moment. The practice we do is called yogic breath. It's a 2-part or 3-part breath. You can use one hand on your belly, one on your heart if you want. Right on the belly, left on the heart, and then inhale first into the belly hand, inhale into the center, and inhale into the heart up until the collarbones, Fill the whole body. And then exhale, both hands gently rising, sinking down. Belly goes in. Inhale, belly first, middle, chest, upper to the collarbones. Exhale, let both hands sink back down and inwards. Inhale, belly first, middle, chest. Exhale, empty the air out. Find your rhythm. Continue that breath with or without hands. Very conscious, very long breaths, but without pushing, without forcing. What we do is bringing mind and prana and body together, unifying them, merging them into one single unit of experience, of being. And let the breath be really smooth, effortless. Breathing is a capacity we slowly build over time. Go for one more cycle. And then with the last exhalation of this practice, breathing practice, let the hands go and completely relax the whole body. As you would lean back into your own back body, eyes are closed. Come back to a natural breath, no control whatsoever. Becoming aware of your own back body. Aware of the backside of the heart. The back also stands for cosmos, the universal side of our body. From that relaxed state, introducing a mantra. You can do also the practice without a mantra, but I invite you to use it. So just observing the breath without changing it. On the inhale, you guide your breath and awareness down to the bottom of your heart. On the exhale, you rise up, central channel, a central line through the crown of the head, maybe a few centimeters above your head. And then inhale back down to the bottom of the heart. Traveling with your awareness and the breath. And if you want, using the mantra, Ham Sa. Hum on the inhale, going down to the heart. Sa on the exhale, going up above the head. Hum Sa means I am that. That is a simple translation of I am nature, I am this moment, and everything that is in this moment, the whole of my experience. I am everything. I am that life. And doesn't mean I, doesn't refer to me as a person. It refers to self as part, as consciousness that emanates everything that is. Hum Sa. Very gently let go of any technique. Let go of the mantra. If it continues by itself, that's fine. Don't try to do anything, just sit. Simply sit. No technique, no aim, no agenda. Simply become one with life. Good. We are gently fading over to the last part. You can either just finish the practice here or sit and continue with your meditation, or join us for the mantra or just lie down and receive the mantra. I think I will chant 1 or 2 mantras. It will be not too long, maybe 10 more minutes. Thank you for joining so far, and I pass the mic over.
Govinda join for an Om. 3 Oms and 3 Shantis. Deep inhalation through the nose. Exhale to sigh. Inhale to chant. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Thank you so much for joining. I wish you have the most beautiful rest of your day, rest of your weekend. I hope you can keep a little bit of this yes to life, yes to whatever comes for you today or next. And yes, thank you for choosing to spend your time with us.